I want to welcome you back to Black Side tonight. We're going to talk about Tory Lanez being charged with shooting Megan Thee Stallion. We're going to take a quick look. Los Angeles prosecutors on Thursday charged rapper Tory Lanez with shooting artist Megan Thee Stallion during their argument earlier this year. Lanez is accused of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the feet, hitting her after she left the SUV during a fight in Hollywood Hills on July 12th. He faces two felony charges: assault with a semi-automatic firearm and carrying a loaded weapon, unregistered firearm in a vehicle. The complaint states that Tory Lanez inflicted bodily harm on Megan Thee Stallion. A message sent to Lorenz representative was not immediately returned. Lorenz, 27-year-old Canadian rapper and singer whose legal name is Draystar Peterson, is due to be arraigned Thursday in Los Angeles. If convicted, he faces a maximum sentence of roughly 23 years. Tory Lanez and so many of these young rappers and young men get caught up in the lifestyle and they waste away their years. Some of them in jail. Some of these rappers end up dead. They fail to forget that this is a business. And when you're running a business, you must conduct yourself as a businessman. Now, Tory Lanez, a young man at the age of 27 who has his master's, he has everything going for him. But he gets angry at a young lady, Meg Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan P., and uses a gun and shoots her in the foot. And you know how states like California and New York is. When you have an unregistered firearm, they throw the book at you. Now he might go to jail, I would say, for 5 to 10 years for doing something that is extremely stupid. All he had to do was keep his cool. Don't say anything. If the young lady was mad, take her to where she needed to go. If that was to a hotel or a home in which she was staying, drop her off. But his anger clouded his judgment. He got emotional and he used the gun. And now he has to pay the price of paying lawyers, spending time in jail, but destroying a promising career that he had. Just because of one moment, he could not contain his emotions as a man. We see this happen all around the country with black men. You get emotional, you get violent, you go to jail, you get a record, you can't get a job. We talking about the average brother. But this brother had everything going for him. He's got money, he's got cars, houses, success. But with this one young lady who possibly said some harsh words to him that he could not handle, because we know he has a short man's complex, a Napoleon complex, that he decided to shoot her in the foot. Now he's going to be arraigned. Now he's going to be under pressure with lawyers to prove that he's not guilty, or he will make a plea and possibly hope to get probation. But we know how California is and New York is about guns. So now, where does Tory go? And this should be a lesson to all young men around the country, that you don't have to act this way when this situation is put before you. You must make a wise decision, because if you don't make that wise decision, you can end up like Tory Lanez. This is an abusive situation that he'll never be able to come back from. This will be a stain on his record for the rest of his life. This will be stain on his music career. This, when you mention Tory Lanez, they're going to mention him shooting Megan Thee Stallion. So what happens now? And many of you young men should take a look at this situation, learn from this situation, and not make the mistake that Tory Lanez and so many more who are now either have a record or are in jail for what they have done with a firearm. Tory Lanez, a man who has it all, throws it away. All these young men who have it all are willing to throw it away from 1 second, 1 minute of anger. Then when he looks back on this situation, if he happens to be in jail, or he happens to be sitting down in his living room or apartment tonight, you know what he's going to say? I wish I never did it. I wish I would have just took her home and this whole situation would have went away. But now he has to face the consequences of a white supremacist justice system that is going to be willing to make an example out of another black man who was very successful in the music industry. See, you know what they're going to say? See what I tell you? Even if they make millions of dollars, they don't know how to act. They don't even know how to act with their own women. And that's what they're saying behind closed doors. And there's always a prosecutor in that DA's office who wants to make a name. And how will they make a name? They will try and put Tory Lanez in jail. And that's sad to see. This brother made a tremendous mistake. We all make mistakes. Some of ours, big or smaller. Most people don't see them. But his mistake may cause him time in jail, may cause him his career, may cost him millions of dollars that he could have made if he just took that young lady home like so many others should have did in the past. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, and share this video.